What does it look like when architecture is designed to reflect nature, not compete with it? I've created a full architectural concept for a luxury hotel in the Alps using ImagineArt workflows, from early massing and technical drawings to interior spaces, cinematic visuals, and motion. In this video, I'll walk you through a workflow that keeps the design calm, intentional, and grounded, while still producing high-end visuals you can actually use. So the first step was defining the visual language and the initial concept, and I started by writing a prompt about this luxury hotel architecture in the Alps and described the whole design. I also added two reference images that I connected to the image model, first Sea Dream and then Nano Banana Pro. And I also connected my prompt to these image models, and I did different combinations of the reference images and got 3 different results, of which I decided that I liked these two the most and decided to create a combination of them. So I connected both to the image model Nano Banana Pro, connected also my initial prompt to the image model, and I got this result, from which I then wanted to create a sunnier daytime view and also a nighttime view with bright lights. So I connected each prompt to the image model. In both cases, I connected this image as a reference, and I got 2 different lighting views of the exact same perspective. And the next step were the different viewpoints. So I wanted to create a frontal view, a side view, and a close-up shot of the hotel. And for the frontal view, I wrote a prompt about an elevated perspective, so from the top, and I connected my prompt to the image model, first Nano Banana Pro and then Sea Dream, in order to compare the different results. And as references, I connected my previously generated images. And these are the results for the hotel view from the back and from an elevated perspective. And then I also wrote a prompt about the side view. Again, connected my prompt to the image model, connected my previously generated images as references, and here are different side views of the hotel, again with different image models. And lastly, I wanted to create also a close-up shot. I wrote a prompt describing how exactly I wanted to see it, and here are some close-ups of some details of the hotel. And I used all of these images as a base for the next step, which were first a wide exterior shot and then the interiors. So for the wide shot, I wrote a prompt, how I wanted to see this hotel integrated into the mountains, and I created a vertical version and a horizontal version. Then for the interiors, first I wanted to see the interior lounge, and I wrote a prompt about the interior lobby area, materials, style, and in general describe the type of interior. I connected my prompt to the image model Nano Banana Pro, and these are my results for the lobby. And I wanted to design also the interiors of the rooms, and I wrote a prompt about the hotel suite interiors, connected my prompt to the image model, connected my previously generated images as references, and I generated these different versions of different hotel rooms. And then the next step were some more technical drawings. First, I started with a 3D model, so I wrote a prompt about a 3D full building massing of this hotel, and I created these 2 different versions of the 3D model. Then I wanted to generate a floor plan, so I wrote a prompt about creating a 2D architectural floor plan of the ground floor and got these result with measurements and everything. And then I also wanted to create a section and an elevation. For each of them, I connected the prompt to the image model Nano Banana Pro, and here is my section and here is my elevation from the frontal facade. I also wanted to do some concept generation sketches or illustrations that are explaining the concept of this whole hotel, and here is the result that I got for the concept explanations. And lastly, I also wanted to generate a vertical format architectural sketch of this hotel that I then used as a base for the last step, which were the videos. And for the videos, first I wanted to see a day to night transition, and I connected my prompt to the video model Sea Dance, and as a first frame I connected the very first generated images of the daytime view, and as a last frame the image of the nighttime view. And I did 2 different tries for the transition, and here are my results. Then for the next videos, I wanted to create a transition from an architectural elevation to a real building visualization. And I created a horizontal format and also a vertical format. And here are the results that I got. For the next videos, I wanted to create like a 360-degree video showing the architecture from different angles. And I connect my prompt to two different video models, first Seedance and then Kling. Then I also use different start frames, so different base images. And here are the results that I got. And in the last step, I wanted to create videos of the interior space, so like a room tour, like a walkthrough, turning around in the space. And I generated one version for the room and one for the lobby of the interiors. And here are my results. So this workflow supports the entire design process, from concept and massing to plans, sections, elevations, interiors, and motion. It allows you to explore architecture as a system and not just as a single image, while staying grounded and consistent. If you found this useful, comment AI to get access to the full workflow link. Thanks for watching!